Have you checked quali bands? Did you say? I know you checked Chris's.
Not yet. I've only marked that one on there because I knew about it before I looked.
Right. That's
So we
fine.
can,
Yeah. Well,
if
yeah.
you load up quali now, right?
Me.
On the life, who should have had a quali band?
Oh, I see. Right. Right.
That's what I meant.
Great. Yes, this is the right one. I think. Yes. So Wayne Douglas wasn't there. Dan
Yeah.
Mould wasn't there. Derek Crowther wasn't there. Chris Knox we've done. Kevin McGlone wasn't there. I don't think.
No.
No, it wasn't
No.
that.
Thor. He
Four
was, wasn't he?
served.
Thor was there, yeah.
Yeah, he served.
Marcelo and Arwen weren't there. Paul Donkin
Served.
Yeah, he served, yeah.
and Michael Leese.
Served.
Served.
Awesome.
So on the sheet, we just need to add a DSQ for Christian Race 1 and
Oh, I thought you'd done that.
2 licenses. Well, no, I hadn't done that bit. I just marked it on there because I was doing other bits earlier.
So I've got to do right. So
Put in-
2 LP
Yeah,
and then another line.
yeah. You can add a
In-
row if you want, I think, or do
yeah.
it at the bottom, as long as the formulas all load up. Which they haven't done, so you can't do that.
Hey, what?
Formulas haven't loaded in. No, 2 seconds. I'll fix it. I'll try fixing it.
No, it's not what you say.
I'll fix it. What have I done? Look at that. Professional, I think. No, I'm not. Just add it in at the bottom because it's not going to do the formula bit.
Just typed it out.
Copy and paste
God.
you.
Oh shit! I should have done that. Yeah. Never mind.
While you're doing that, we'll double check for resets in quali.
There we go. Multitasking.
Look at that. I have already had a skim through once, but
You've had a skinful.
I've had a skinful tonight.
Oh wow. Whatever gets you through it, Michael.
That's it.
Well then.
So right,
Chris.
we've just gone backwards through quali, and I didn't see a reset.
Non-serve DSQ. No.
It was like a game. Excite cars versus 5-star. Who's going to wait the longest to leave the pit lane?
Where did Chris finish that first race when he got a sack?
8th, but it's only a DSQ and 2 license points.
Oh, of course, it's not penalty points.
Yeah, it's not penalty points because he can't score any because you disqualified him.
Yes, which makes sense.
Which is probably just changed the championship again.
Well, yes, actually, that's a good point.
Because I think I worked out there with 9 points between you and Tom.
Yes, that's a good point, actually. So if Knox isn't there, mind you, he was behind both of us, wasn't he?
Was he? I don't know. Yeah, yes, he would have been because I had Tom in front of me. Tom overtook me on the final lap.
And Chris let me through on the last corner, pulled over and let me through.
So that hasn't changed it. Yeah.
Thank God for that. I'm going to be careful of who I give penalties to tonight, haven't I?
Wow.
Tactical, I like it.
I worked damn hard for that second place last night. Me against the world. Well, me against 7 Excite cars.
I thought I'd qualified on the front row at Bathurst alongside Jason Cooper, and on the final lap, Casper come along and boing! Oh, the bastard. So what's our first incident?
Is Mr. Cope at 309.
309. He got a long way back.
Well, we all got quite a long way actually before we had a crash.
Yeah, race 1 wasn't too bad, was it?
No, I think the only one was 4, but I think we had quite a lot of incidents at the back of the 4.
Race 2, there was a big pile up in Forest
Oh
Elbow.
yes, there was. Yeah.
Sorry, the cutting.
Oh.
Whoa!
So I was stopped there for 30 seconds.
I know, Casper, because I think you was behind me, and it like the first gear was so long I couldn't pull away. it just wouldn't pull away. way up the hill, I'm clutch kicking the living hell out of it, and it just wouldn't fall. So
fairly
that's on him.
All three 88.
I watched the broadcast last night, and we've got Miss Andrews there going, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate.
Oh no!
Into each other. That was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah, we got that on the broadcast. A little bit of it anyway. Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah, that's on Alistair Hatcher for me. That
I
meatball.
agree.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Notice it's only the green 88 Tech cars.
I've just taken a screenshot of that for that one reason. That's going on the Facebook page.
I can't find Alistair on the drop down.
Okay, 2 seconds. I'll add him. How do I want? I didn't realise he was. I went through and checked everyone as well. MX5 win.
How many has he done?
Glenn's mate. I think he.
Two or three.
3, I think.
Oh,
Where is he? He's one race results because he did the last one, didn't he? So it should be on there. He's part of Glenn's team, so I want load sheets load. No. What's his name? Alistair.
Sure.
Oh, there you go. Customer ID, customer name. These sheets are going to be the death of me. Right, he should appear now when your sheet refreshes.
Refresh.
I've selected.
Oh, hold on.
But only because my sheet had refreshed.
Oh,
So next one is
Mr. Sansom at 7:33.
well, it's 7:33.
Yes.
What else? What's going on with his year 1 paint on the boot? I've never noticed that.
It's a new one, apparently. Graham was telling me off for not running it, but I had other things on my mind last night.
Is Graham even part of year 1 anymore?
He must be. He was driving for them at Bathurst, I think.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, he's been. He's definitely active there. Just I don't know. I don't really understand.
No.
I don't have anything to do with them.
I know. It is. I've tried to pull you away.
I think it's going to happen. If I can't get some of them to come and join next season, I'm going to have to look elsewhere. I need some teammates. So,
Was that the meatball?
33? Yeah. Ugh. Didn't deserve that.
I'm going to double check from on board, but I don't think this car could probably see it until it's too late.
Did he even hit him?
I don't think so. No.
No. Fair enough.
Road.
So that's the selfie.
that's unlucky, isn't it?
This is over the top of the mountain with Adam Fox, I think. James is awfully close.
Note to do with me. this is when. Yeah.
Oh, well,
Hmm.
didn't get there by himself.
He kind of did though, didn't he? Had a bit of a wobble.
Well, I think he gathered that up
I
though.
think he gathered it.
Yeah, you don't want to be using that curb there. Yeah, he'd saved it.
Yeah, so he just ran him over.
Yeah.
Okay, then DSQ +6 for Liam Silkstone.
I think so. Anyone think otherwise?
No, I think that's looks like he'd collected it, hadn't he? And he was.
If there's 3 of you, then we're outvoted.
What, do you still have an argument? The other one?
Maybe, but don't worry. Let's go.
Like he shuts off, doesn't he? But then gets straight back on the power again. Is that after or?
He slows, but it is just not quite enough.
Yeah.
No.
Whether he tries to give him a bump draft, but he's still out of control. He's only just got that square again.
Even if he's trying to bump him, that's still on Liam. You need to pick
Oh,
your
yeah,
moments to do
Yeah.
How much opposite lock did he wind in? Then we'd
that.
see that he had lost it before he got to that curve.
Oh, that's a good save.
Yeah.
He'd have been so happy with himself for saving this, and then
I did try and go down the inside of Mark Oliver on the run down the mountain there, and I realised very very early on, maybe this is a bad idea.
Oh, I went around the outside of Glen.
Oh, did you? Alright,
That wasn't pleasant. That wasn't pleasant.
Like, I made the mistake of picking the right side on the run down, so I knew if it all went wrong, I was on being fed into the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I should have gone left, but I didn't have a chance. Fair play to him. Black reverse. Actually, I think I saw this on Nick's stream. He came awfully
Hello.
close to getting someone.
oh. Blimey.
Anyway, next one.
Doug Stewart at 13:22.
He's already been off.
Oh,
Oh, that was
that's
some
a green
help, I
card.
think.
I can't help but think he's going to be helped from behind.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Surely not.
If you look at his front wheel, just a point of turn in a bit. Bonk.
Oh,
Oh
that's not fair.
no.
I think in fairness, if that H8 tech guy hadn't have seen him, there would have definitely have been contact.
Yeah, it's a send. Guess it's not like. Definitely makes the apex.
I just could not get a run up the hill, like from here, like just all night long. This one coming on to the back straight.
Yeah, same for me.
Yeah, I was about 2/10 slower through that corner than I was last time we went to Bathurst.
Which gear were you in?
First?
First.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I've got a less loose setup, and I think it's just not rotating quite as well at low speed.
So
Perhaps.
lap 6, Liam Silkstone, Nathan Davis.
10.
Where'd Nathan in all this? And oh,
There.
okay. There's quite a few cars in this way.
Big target, this.
Oh,
Oh,
he may have left him a little bit of racing room at some point, but it wasn't on that corner.
No. From the moment they went into that corner, they were on a collision course.
oh dear. When does Nathan get back on the power?
I
Yeah,
did
that's
that in one.
done there.
But it's not actually a meatball, is it?
Protest.
It's a
Yes.
protest. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
Liam
protest.
against Nathan.
I mean, from the
we can put that one on
apex.
the podcast.
He's trying to pick it up, isn't he, from the point of apex? He's on and on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's not leaving
Yeah.
much room, is he?
So that is a 3 LP for Nathan, isn't it?
Just 3.
Because they're on the white flag lap. So Nathan finishes 9th.
Hang on. What's the penalty?
3 LP, final lap.
Yeah. Sorry, yeah. I thought you said DSQ.
No,
Yes, agree.
because there's a white flag waving by that nice man up there.
That's a cent and a half, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
If he had just...
I guess he breaks early though. Was it Liam?
Yeah,
Yeah,
James breaks early, doesn't he, slightly. And if he had sort of checked in here and then tried to run in side by side, he would have probably still gained 1, but...
They could have made it through just fine. Yeah, even from here.
Where did he finish, did you say?
9th.
9th.
Nice.
Is that it?
21.
So that's that, that race, isn't it?
It is.
Shall I run 2? I've got it up, I'll get it up.
Oops.
Boom, Anyone have any pit lane starts in this one?
Almost certainly. Let's have a look.
I'm not sure they did.
Yeah, I think somebody did.
I think
Somebody
people
didn't start second. Somebody was supposed to
For-
start second.
Yeah, it's just Thor.
Okay.
So I'm guessing he does then by that. What did you make of Daytona, Andrew?
Huh?
Daytona, that place in America?
The 500?
-6.
Yes.
I mean, it was a race.
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The wheels falling off in stage 1 is a concern.
Yes.
They seem to have, they seemed to have things figured out, and obviously, no, they don't.
No.
So
I
that's
wonder what's
a little
causing that.
concerning. What's that?
I wonder what's causing that. Is it the single lug nut, or surely it's been tested for this?
Yeah, but
probably.
testing only does. I'm guessing it's related to.
Or they're not
A,
being
the pit stop?
located on properly.
Well, I'm assuming either A, an issue with pit stops, and an issue with, changing the wheel repeatedly, potentially wearing out the hub or whatever. I mean, there's little pinholes, I guess, that help lock it on there. I don't know exactly,
Yeah,
but
yeah. It is
either
it is
that-
a couple having like locating holes in the wheels, got the holes on the back of. So if they haven't lined in fully and they do run that up, it won't be done up tight.
yeah, I'm imagining it's either a problem with repeated changes there or repeated load, because they hadn't tested it at the kind of load that the cars were going through. Obviously, between the duels and the 500 for that long, they hadn't been stress tested for that long. From what we've seen, it was shorter runs. Obviously, it's testing. So, I think between the two, it was just not going to work out.
Yeah. That was unfortunate.
No, he loses it on his own.
Oh,
That was good. I needed that.
I didn't.
So Craig Shields, the only other meatball at 2:23. Oh. Although he's
Oh?
Smashing the art of it. Yeah, but yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my days.
Who is
Who was that?
Who is
Does he get back down from there? Yes, he does.
And I bet he carried. And if he does,
Oh.
look, he's not gonna fuck off any.
Meanwhile, I'm just sitting there.
Like you.
Oh, of course you are, yeah.
Where are you?
Yeah, he's the car on the
You're on
left.
the inside,
On the
Casper.
It's me. And then Nathan gets going, and then I think someone else is stuck in front of me.
This one I couldn't. Look, I stopped.
Oh,
And now
Oh,
pull
that's
away.
why I couldn't
And now,
move.
and now pull away. Pull away. Pull away.
Torque.
It wouldn't go. I was clutching in the living shit out of it, trying to get it to go. It's close. Anyway, Nick's is a selfie.
Yes, and then
When it's Craig Shields, which
was
how
it
much
Fiona
time-
that got him?
Yeah, Fiona got him, but how much time did she realistically have?
Is blind. Mind you, she'd have had yellow flags for sure because the accident started 20 seconds ago,
Oh, she gets a whack in the arse.
and he was that.
Someone who enjoyed it.
Oh, another.
Glenn.
Glenn.
Has anyone hit him? No.
Kind of.
yes.
What?
In my view, this is all a bit of a.
Yeah.
That's a mess. Yeah.
But in like a million cars, you look at all the cars in front. What have survived? Old school damage model would have been chaos. So.
There'd have been no one left.
So what we're saying, if Nick has caused a selfie, Craig died because it's a racing incident, and technically Nick gets away scot-free.
Is there? Does Nick not get penalty for causing people to lose positions through his spin?
Ooh.
Oh.
Who loses though?
Everybody.
Everybody. So
Yeah.
you can't penalise him for everybody, though, can you?
No.
No, that's.
One little spin like that.
I see whereabouts you're going, but
Well, Nathan spun because of it, and he's losing positions.
Yes. I already think it's bad enough that someone gets a penalty for spinning on their own.
That's true.
I hate that
Oh,
rule.
dear.
Nathan was
Gotta make
spun
it
round.
Chris.
Gotta make a new rule and say you can penalize them for causing loss of position up to like 3 drivers worth. Gotta add
Yeah.
rules.
Maybe.
Add all the rules. Come on, Michael, get on it.
See, I'm all for taking the rules away. Some of them, anyway.
No.
Yeah,
we
I
need
don't like the notion of you've made a silly or you made an.
We
Yeah.
need to have 80
Hidden.
pages of rules at the very least. We need to be Formula One.
We get confused enough with the 7 pages we've got now.
That's not even a tenth of what you should have. It should be 80 pages. Formula One. We gotta dictate
you were
when the
saying
safety
the
car
other night
comes back in.
you were looking at some more work. You've just found yourself some rules to write.
Well, you hate to see it.
If we're paying, he said, "I mean, do anything."
Hang on, are we paying though?
You mean you've not been paid for doing all this?
Me?
Yeah, all these stewards will turn up each week. We're not paid, no.
If I found out any of them were, there would be trouble.
Do you think it is we earn any money out of this? Anyway, it is.
Right, what are we saying then? Is this all just
I'm
shit
gonna
happens,
go.
basically?
Nick doesn't directly cause anyone to meatball. His spin has caused Nathan to spin, but that's because Chris has come around a blind bend and
Okay.
can't see it. So I'm going R on it.
And then Craig was saying that Fiona didn't have much time to react.
She got hit,
Yeah.
didn't she?
Oh, sorry, she did, yeah.
She got creamed by Glenn, but again, Glenn doesn't.
Nobody had much time.
In
We took like the
fairness to
replay of like, the
Fiona.
last car. Like we took the replay of the last car, and it's because you get a yellow flag for a lot of things in the cutting, and you don't exactly know what it's gonna look like.
And it didn't. And in fairness to Fiona here, she's on the brakes all the way up to it
Yeah,
and through it. But
but then Glenn's not, is he?
Glenn is, I think, he's slow, but he's not.
It's just a pile up in the cutting. I mean,
Yeah. All right. Final race of the season.
Just in a bad place, isn't it?
Mikkel leads 3 minutes, pretty much, isn't it?
249.
Yeah, we. Oh, there's a year 1 car next one.
Near an Excite car? Surely not.
You're not allowed to be that close to him, surely. Oh,
Oh,
Yes,
no.
imagine my fear when I saw that in the mirrors.
selfie.
So that's what we saw.
Wait.
Because we got the little bit of him dying at the bottom of the dipper.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he killed himself there.
Unfortunate.
Oh, don't park there. Oh.
What was he
got
doing? At this
He
point,
got lucky there.
stop and have a pause. Think of what you're about to do.
He's trying to steer. I guess he's trying to steer it away from the wall.
assuming
and it
so,
doesn't
but it
turn
is,
to the left anymore. Oh, I guess he can't see.
We can't see, but I would like to think he would.
So he's a full left now. It's
What
like,
is that
oh
on his-
no.
What's he got on his bonnet? Is that sheep?
Yes.
Because
Well, it wasn't that way last night.
Yeah, no.
So I think
it's-
he just
it's
changed it
because-
between.
Yeah, it's because trading paints updates what they went to race.
Yeah, yeah. I think he just
Right.
changed it between last night and today. Because it was not that way on the broadcast.
one of them did have a special livery, apparently. I think it might have been Liam, to commemorate all of his accidents that he's had, but then because he had so many accidents last night, no one saw him. Apparently. I don't know what the livery was.
Liam said he's looking for a teammate for next season.
Is it? I thought it was with Tom and Nick.
Yeah, he's. No, what is he looking for? A sponsor and earplugs or something?
Can't think why. Anyway, right. Adam Fox has protested Nathan Davis on lap 2, and I think he means Forest Elbow, corner before the back straight.
Lap 2, yeah.
Yes. Yes, it's going to be this.
Incoming! Sent.
Oh,
Oh. Oh.
oh no. He'd have got away with that if he hadn't been for the...
Oh.
They hit each other.
The first bit, yes on Nathan.
Yeah, but no harm, no foul there. There,
Even
there's a
here,
bit of a
it's
foul.
like- That's interesting.
Was there even contact there? Because it looks like Adam gets a bit sideways, but like he starts to set a slide before there's even any kind of contact at all. I would go to the chase on Adam's car.
Yeah.
Yes, boss.
Nah, there's definitely a whack.
Yeah, there's. But
Not a
then
big one.
So I don't think there's any contact there. Take
No?
car chase and move it up.
I'll go back on it. I just want to see what happens here. He's
They were
Still-
both just trying to get
he's
back
still
on.
fishing at it, isn't he?
He's just been on the grass.
But I'm gonna go RI. There was contact going into the corner, and then they
I don't think there was.
both could have avoided. Is he gonna hit? Bam!
There, okay, there was a bit more. But I mean, he's already getting sideways at that point, the way he turned in.
You do, though, into that corner, you have to.
have to there, yeah.
You like throw it in, and
Yeah.
and then
Hope
watch
for the
Jason
best.
and Casper and Lars fuck off into the distance.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that last bit
actually-
of contact, it looks like Nathan just turns.
I think he holds his
Right.
line, you know, Nathan. I think Adam comes more left.
Right,
At first, I thought the same, but I'm not sure now.
Nathan is well.
Hey,
Oh,
right. look.
hello.
They both do the same thing, don't they? Oh,
Out of all of the things that happened here, that was the most unnecessary thing to happen.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
completely.
or,
Like he had track position, he didn't need to do that.
It's not like you need to arc that little kink on the straight.
Yeah, you have to really get the line right.
Yeah.
Nathan has offered us all lessons in racecraft, let's not forget.
I've taken him up. Haven't you noticed a change in my driving?
No, I haven't noticed you were crashing into more people.
I haven't
What
crashed.
is happening there?
Right, for me,
Why would you turn right there?
And,
2LP, Nathan, on the principle this contact here was avoidable.
Yeah.
it was all avoidable.
Yeah, and then combined with this contact, it was 100% avoidable.
That's about 500%
Jesus.
avoidable.
But
That's really bad.
but they both steer into each other.
I guess they do.
Yeah, but I
One's
get
covering-
why Adam was turning left. I don't get why Nathan's turning right.
Because I think what Adam's tried to do is kind of square off to the kink.
And he's
Well, he's trying
possibly
to get
saving his
control of
slide.
his car still.
Yeah.
He's
There,
a
so
he's a pro. I tied him round to the top 10. He knows what. 2LP for Adam Fox. No, Nathan for me.
I agree.
Yeah. Definitely.
Nathan Davis, 2LP, for 3 counts of avoidable contact.
2,
2?
because there's only 2 in there.
There
This
is
is
three,
this
three.
is 1, I think.
You could've
That there, I think is accidental, but that there is avoidable. But anyway, yeah,
Okay.
whatever. You
At
brand
least 2
You-
counts.
you-
Oh,
you brand it how you want.
no one reads the bloody thing anyway.
Oh yes, they do. If you think no one reads that,
Oh, really? Well, when they come and complain about penalties they've been given, it doesn't seem like they are.
so Ben Williams 844 is an extra.
I think this involves me, so I will shut up.
Good. Oh, it does. Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, I think I remember this one.
Yeah,
I
this.
Hey,
Wasn't,
you
I
said
was
you were
not
gonna shut up.
Yes, I am. I was just.
Kidding.
Yes.
I was thinking.
Oh.
Any minute now. You've got the overlap. Or he's got the overlap. When just get, I think it gets a little bit of curb, which then moves you across.
Yep, Doc, all of Andy's
But not
points the entire season. Get him out of here.
And I've said such nice things about you.
Well, you know, it's never personal.
Is that McEwen?
Yes.
I missed it. It's
that's-
Q. No. I need some points. No, I think that's a racing incident.
Do you?
Yeah, if you was going on the inside there, like Andy is, you would touch the curb to be sure, but and you're going to drift out wide anyway, even if you don't touch the curb, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Going in at that
Yeah.
angle.
Can we go on board with Andy, please? Full speed.
I'll just...
Yeah.
It all happened so quickly. When you think we had all them cars piled into each other and didn't meet all. They touch wheels going down a straight and one of them dies. Eyes. Tom doesn't. And he squeezes a little bit, and then it is. He holds his line and his distance, so he's similar to the line, which is what he's entitled to do. But yeah, all right. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, alright.
I can see why he's tried to stay right, and Andy's come wide because it's a natural line.
There is a bit of net code for a start.
I mean, Andy pops the curb. I hate to say it, but Mr. McEwen definitely popped. Like, that's not a natural line. He popped the curb and come over as a result.
But then it's going in a lot tighter, isn't he?
It's
Normally,
I don't think it.
normally you'd be
Yeah,
out.
but you don't need to pop the curb though, because that's exactly what happens.
No, I think
There
if
is
you
a
don't hit
reason.
the
I'm not
curb,
going to tell you
Then
what
if
it
he-
is
then
until
it-
you've
I think
decided.
if he didn't hit the curb, they would have run into each other anyway.
yeah, if you don't hit the curb, you're gonna have a bigger arc, and you're gonna end up there anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
I disagree.
I think now what Andy could have done is put his right front wheel behind the curb, and that would have hooked it round. But I don't think you can fault him for not doing that.
What are we saying then? I'm not going to write anything until Enable agree.
Oh,
Alright
no.
for me.
You're gonna make us all out to be idiots. Racing incident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Michael?
Vote.
No one cares what the American thinks.
Wow.
Joking. We value your contribution, Andrew, of course we do.
I don't know, man.
All of
You're
us
outvoted anyway. So, if you've decided it's definitely RI, the reason that I hit the curb, I wouldn't normally hit the curb there, but that guy had been trying to ruin my race since lap 1, and down the straight he was weaving left and right, blocking me. I just did not trust him and wanted to be as far away from him as possible going through the kink, because I knew he wasn't going to leave me racing room. I knew that he wasn't going to.
Oh, I get it. I see how it all plays out, but you pop the curb. When you pop the curb there, you're absolutely going to wash out on exit, because your right wheels are not on the ground.
See, I've been through there
And
side by side.
there's a force that forces you. There's a force there that forces you left. That curbing will absolutely. I mean, it doesn't matter any car. You know, GT,
No, I agree.
whatever.
I agree. But my opinion was that if I didn't pop the curb, I would be giving him even more opportunity to squeeze me, and I knew he was going to squeeze me because he'd done it before. I've been side by side through there with so many people, and you can get through there easily without touching the curb. But I think if I hadn't, I think we would have touched anyway, like the guys.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Because he just wasn't. He could have been so much further left there. So much further left. Anyone else I go side by side through there, they go further left. And he was just. Because he was in Excite's Discord. And he had a run in with me at Snetterton. And.
really get along, don't you?
Honestly, are we still streaming?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Ask me again when we stop streaming. And I'll tell you the story of my night. Right, so that's an RI. I'll stick that in there. Right. What is my reason for it being an RI, by the way? Just so that I can't be accused of fudging it.
Both
It's
cars
not
end
big
up in the
and it's
middle of
not
the track.
clever, Michael.
I didn't do anything.
I know you're purple. Who's blue? Who's put that in there?
Or it's only me and you looking at it, so.
Oh, so it must be you. Right.
Both could have done more, I suppose. Mark Oliver, 253.
Oh, bloody hell, this is quick.
Yeah, we're right. We don't need you.
Do we not need to see it either?
No. As long as the people who want to appeal it can see it, it don't matter, does it?
Right.
Was it 250 something, wasn't it?
243.
On the run down, gonna lose it. Still gonna lose it. Here it comes. He's lost it.
There it is.
Boom, in he goes.
Ooh.
And I'm near again.
Right, Michael Leese at 6:52. Sorry, we all agreed that's a selfie.
Yes.
Probably a
Yeah.
stupid question.
Oh,
Oh, hello.
What the? This is not after the flag, no?
nope. It's lap
No.
2.
This is halfway through the race.
Hey.
This is a 2LP for joke crashes. In my book.
I mean, yeah.
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 You can't even begin to argue that he missed his breaking point or something.
Yeah, just understeered.
How much
You
is
just-
you were scared of clipping the curb, Andy?
Well, I mean, it is dangerous, as it turns out. Right, 2LP. Was that Michael, yeah?
Yeah, Mick O'Lee's. Because in rulebook, in 2.2, final version 21, I just... What is it we're in? 7.5. So I'm just copying rulebook
Mhm.
as well. What is it? It's rule 7. I was just going to copy the rule 7.5.
So what if he'd landed it and kept going?
He's
Would he
got
still get a
slow down.
penalty?
You'd have got a slow down and carried on, wouldn't you?
I presume he would anyway, I don't know.
What
Chris
the slow
Knox?
down would be?
Right.
It's not. Well,
Yeah, no, but my argument is, so we're in a championship siding racing currently, and it is, if he had done that and there had been a car spun there and they wiped him out, isn't it?
I mean, you'd like to think he wouldn't have done it if there were cars around, but that's not really the point. It doesn't really look great for the championship. What if Andrew had cut to him to give him a bit of screen time then, and
That's it, and
it went out on the live stream?
and that was my argument. It is after the finish, after the checkered flag, whatever, but not when you're midway through a race.
Yeah.
But anyway, 3 of 3, Belmont on Clark.
Right. Yeah.
Whereabouts was it? What corner?
Oh, sorry. Don't. Final turn.
That's what I thought it might be. That sun was harsh, wasn't it?
Oh, awful.
It was, and that was someone else's suggestion who doesn't even race in the league. They said sunrise is better than sunset, and I fully agree now. Oh,
Oh, there wasn't really space there.
I think that was bold or stupid, but we'll go with bold. And I'm assuming now he's going to run him out wide.
See, just don't hit curbs. Curbs are bad.
Yeah, especially at Bathurst. Yeah,
Kettle black.
curves here are pretty rough.
They are, especially in this car.
Anyway, but yeah, that's on James Clark. Doesn't
Yeah.
leave racing room.
No, at that corner, Adam can't reasonably be expected to leave him any more room either, because it's such a tight corner.
3 LP to James Clark. He finishes 6th.
Oh, Michael, help!
What have
I've sorted it. Oh no, what have I done? There we go. No, it's still white. Why is it white? There we go. Thank you. Right, James Clark.
Yeah, 3 LP finishes, what did I say? 6.
23.
Ready
Ow.
to finish.
James.
That's alright, that hadn't affected championship.
Oh, that's a point, yeah. I hadn't thought of. Whoa, now what's going on?
That was me.
Jesus Christ. I don't trust myself with this thing at the best of times.
I don't either. It is. You should have seen me when someone told me the license points was wrong before the race. I got a grand total of one lap of practicing going into quality. I think I got 1.5 in. I just gone to point.
And then still stuck it on the front row.
I know it is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And I had to dodge a crashing car coming down the mountain on it.
You can over practice. I'm convinced of it. I honestly think the times when I don't race on a Monday, I race better on the Tuesday.
100%. That's why often I do race 1 and race 2 on a Monday. I won't do race 3, and then I'll do about 10 laps in the server before quali, and then that's that done. Like, don't need to do an awful lot because I went out overdriving.
Yeah. No, exactly. I like to do one sort of 10-15 minute run in the Tuesday session just to get used to the track conditions, and that's it. I think beyond that, it's a waste of time. Personally.
Liam Silkstone.
Years.
Got a little bit slow before that, I know. Selfie. Gonna get a wall.
Oh,
And
no.
died.
Wow.
Did someone
That would've
phone a
hurt.
medic?
That would have really hurt.
That reminds me of that crash. Was it in the Lamborghini at Bathurst last
Yeah.
year when you went backwards over the top there and land on top of the tyre stack?
Right. And then
Douglas.
finally,
Play
Doug
that back
Stewart. Huh?
Play that one back.
I can't now. I've gone past it.
This guy.
Yeah. Around here somewhere.
Well, he's already moved.
Yeah, I think it's 09.
That's
I
already
was
broken.
The wall there.
Oh.
This wall.
That will do it.
It will.
That poor mirror. Is that it?
That was some commitment through there, I have to say.
I hate that corner. I couldn't work out if I needed to be in first or second.
Yes. Right, that's it.
And this is what have we got in this race to look at?
What race was that mess into the chase with you, Michael?
This race, wasn't it?
This race,
Race
yeah.
4,
Oh, okay. I guess there was some meatballs in there, yeah, so we'll see it.
Yeah, I meatballed. I meatballed on purpose, so then I could give James my position in the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few here.
Yeah, there was me, James, and Nick all meatballed.
Nick, Nathan.
Yeah, but James, me, and Nick are all in the same incident.
Oh, I see.
And I'd
Right.
imagine
Oh, and then
Mikel, Lees, and Doug are in. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Nathan's absolute send in the chase wasn't protested.
no, apparently not.
What send into the chase?
Huh. Have you closed the race 3 already?
Yeah, we can go back.
Oh,
to
did you genuinely not see it?
No, I
Oh, you should have a look.
Last lap was this.
It was a weapon. Nathan was a weapon in that race.
I do apologise. I may have set him on that path inadvertently.
Right. So what's our first meatball? Nathan Davis, 212.
Who's that?
Oh, for this been going on for all day. Brave, it's lap 1. Now you'll get
Be what? Be last or something.
yeah. P20.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, he nearly had that as well. So, who moves on who?
That's what I think the other car.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Was he having a moment though? Not that it really matters. Still his fault.
I don't know if he was or wasn't having a moment, but it is. I think
It can snap loose on cold tyres when you hit that compression sometimes.
Where's my
If you're a bit too aggressive. Well, I like that for you. Or maybe. Screen. Hey guys.
Hello.
Roger.
Hello.
Hello. That is on Craig for me.
Yeah, I don't think that's on Nathan, really. He holds his line.
The racing line is the wall there.
Yeah.
All for P nothing. I think he tries to get out of it. I think here he's now trying to actually get out of it and slot in. But just
Just
misjudges it. Yeah.
I was trying to say, yeah.
I think he gets a bit loose. I think that's why he hits the brakes.
244 Doug Stewart.
Yeah, I think you might be right, Andy.
It looks like the brakes are more in response to him trying to slide him behind, but the correction on the wheel back to center as opposed to left supports what you're saying there, Andy, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
like he's turning left and then it comes back center for a second, like it just kind of catches a little bit and then it sits back down and he's able to.
Was that Craig Chill?
Craig
Chill, yeah. All but is it all for P nothing as well? Like you say,
Reckon for 90th.
This is race 4, right? That was like 21st. That would might genuinely have been last.
Yeah.
I think it would have been.
Right. Michael Leese, was he involved in this?
No. I know he might. He might have been. No.
No. Oh, is this another
selfie
exciting moment with teammates? Oh no. Oh yes.
That's right. Yep, we saw that one.
They did literally all drive into each other in this race.
Just channel Nathan here. If you've got a car across your nose, don't keep driving into it, please.
Why not? In fairness, the car in front was still flat out across his nose, I think.
Well, yeah. More of an effort could have been made.
The back wheel's spinning on it. They're both pushing each other. Both hold your brakes and then let the accident finish, and then,
I know, yeah.
and then drive on. Right, then the next one.
So that's selfie.
Eyes will shut up. What lap was this? Is it on?
Yeah,
here we go.
10:29.
This will be good.
I was not aware of this happening, and I think it was. No.
This one. This was silly.
It was unnecessary. This one.
This was straight silly. This absolutely deserves a penalty.
Yeah, I saw this in my mirrors. I refer you to what I said after race 3.
This is another one of those ones that just kind of annoyed me watching it happen on the broadcast. This was just dumb.
Yep.
That's not good, is it?
Right.
Tell me what cameras you want.
So the first thing I want to look at is this block that's thrown, because that kind of triggers it all, I think.
Where's I want? I don't know, rear chase on. This guy.
I think that's too late of a defensive move myself.
If I'm going to be entirely honest, this is nothing against the league, but there's a lot of drivers in this league that block really aggressively for road racing. Like it's NASCAR style blocks on road. It's crazy.
It's in the rules, it's allowed.
Really?
Yes.
He does leave a car's width, but again, he leaves exactly a car's width.
You need to leave a car and a little bit more.
Yes, that's the difference between leaving a car's width and leaving racing room in my book.
And then at this point we're gonna crash.
Yeah, they're just tangled together now.
This is just there's nothing.
That looks. I'd like to see the cockpit there of James Clark, out of curiosity. So it looks like he's staring back into him out of frustration.
He's trying to get off the grass, isn't he? Like.
So what lap was it? Lap 4 and net 10 something or other. I've gone. So you want James
9:40 something, 9:30.
You want James
You
Clark?
are so chaotic on the replay controls there, Michael.
I'm falling asleep, mate. It is. I'm doing it all sat in a rig with some now. I need a nice cozy desk.
Yeah, Ben didn't leave any room left, so James went right, and then he blocked over to the right. I think you're putting yourself at risk there.
Yeah. Now, they do sort of save it, though. I would like to see how the second bit of contact happens.
Wow.
Because these two just arrive on the scene out of nowhere. Who's that pushing you, Michael?
Lars.
That's our car.
Oh. Yeah, okay. Couldn't brake because he'd have been hit, couldn't go right because Nick was there. I don't think there's much Michael.
Can we see James' steering wheel one more time? I'm sorry.
That's right.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
Cockpit, yeah, just back up and yeah. It's over.
No, he's
Okay, no.
No.
From TV cameras, it looks like he steers back into him, but he was just loose from all the contact in the grass.
Yeah.
It looked like he turned back into him out of frustration. That's just a really, really terrible defense. There's not room to the left. He goes right. You don't give him room to the right either. That's just terrible.
Yeah.
Look, to be fair, it's on both of them, really. I think it's more of a racing incident. James shouldn't have put his car there.
Reactionary blocks always put you at risk. So if there's a crash, it's on the driver that's blocking. It's reactionary block. That's just not okay.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
Like if you defend by taking the line, that's one thing. And he had established himself on the left of the racetrack, which leaves room on the right. If he had established himself on the right, that would have been fine. But he didn't. He reacts to it and causes a crash as a result.
I think that is something we need to look at for next season, adding in reactionary moves. In fact, do we not have something about reactionary moves? I'm sure we used to.
I don't know.
It'll come under.
Rings a bell for some reason.
Defending, won't it, if it's on it?
Yeah.
I feel like that would have triggered me if that wasn't in there already.
Driving.
Well, yeah. We can't actually see what you're looking at here, Michael. Just
No,
your cursor.
I was reading the rules. Weaving in the draft isn't impossible. It doesn't let me. Change
Yeah, because you're not allowed to move from one side to the other to break the draft, which I know isn't what this is, but
According,
Yeah, that's just the ISC, but I think it still applies here.
any driver moving back
Just the
towards the
last
racing line.
sentence.
Any driver moving back towards the racing line, having earlier defended his position offline, should have at least one car's width between his own car and the edge of the track on the approach to the corner.
Now the next sentence.
Oh.
sorry, no.
However, manoeuvres liable to hinder other drivers, such as deliberate crowding. That's what it is, I think.
Yeah, late defensive moves.
Yeah.
I think that late defensive
Abnormal
moves is
change
about
of
the braking
direction.
zone, but this is also that.
Yeah. So we don't label it a reactionary move. It's a what was the wording? Abnormal move.
Nope.
Yeah,
Fine.
noted in. I was just putting that in there because we can do that after this season's finished.
Yes. Oh yes. Yeah, not now. No.
Not now. I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to open that can on,
No, no, no.
on the final
Let's
round.
change the rules while we do the interview.
No. So what was
But
the outcome of this?
So the next question is, well, there's two questions I have. One, on its own, is blocking a penalizable offence, or this, if there hadn't been a crash.
I don't know.
Is it causing a driver to lose a position?
Well, do you define it as, in this case, blocking if there's not a provision, or do you just say, at fault for the crash?
Because the reason
Well, I'm hesitant to say a fault for the crash already because I'd like to have another look at that bit.
Because they do save this. I think this needs to be treated separately.
That's
personally.
What really gets me is he keeps coming over even after there's overlap. He keeps squeezing. If you miss the
Well,
block
I mean-
and there's overlap, just go back over.
Well, what gets me is there is absolutely no reason to be doing that. It's lap 4. Let him go and pass him back down Mountain Straight.
That's exactly how this works. Like, you're not gonna be able to block somebody for an entire race at Bathurst. It's not gonna happen.
Maybe he's been watching Daytona over the weekend.
I guess. Part of Miata racing at Bathurst is just you are going to have big drafts. You're going to have passes into the chase and back up the mountain straight. Like, I just...
Yeah, you're right.
Anyway, so what's the outcome of this bit?
Well, so if this is separate, I mean, they technically save that, so then we have to look at...
He doesn't
Unfortunately-
lose anything, does he?
Well, he
Although
loses-
he's,
I would argue he loses the fair opportunity for an overtake.
and it also puts him in this next situation that he wouldn't have been in otherwise, I suppose.
Yeah.
And I can't really comment, but if this didn't happen, and we had gone past, he would have lost multiple places because me and Nick would have definitely have got him.
Oh, was that netcode? Excuse me.
Now, if we want to further dissect this, I gotta be honest, it looks like there's plenty of room for Michael to have hit the brakes more.
That was the bit I was hesitant about.
A couple of seconds before that.
Yes.
Because
Because-
it looks like
if
Cummins has
you
fallen
look,
further back.
he has got a car like literally right behind him.
Yeah.
Been
I don't
pushing
think
him
so,
down
the
the
next-
straight.
So there is there. That 5-star
Yeah.
car backs off. He sees the writing on the wall and backs out. And
In
as a result-
fairness, we're talking about a second maximum there between last backing off and the contact. You'd have to be very quick to look in the mirror, to see what's happening, look in the mirror, and then brake.
I saw it, to be fair to him.
You did.
Yeah.
But Lars had the ability to lift off earlier, because Michael can't lift until Lars does. Otherwise he'll get run over.
I get your argument, Andy, but that does kind of make a bad precedent. He can continue braking, and he lifts off the brake pedal there.
Yeah, I didn't notice that first time. Yeah, didn't stay
Like,
on the brakes.
if the precedent is you have to just hit somebody ahead of you because you're afraid of getting run over, that's a kind of a bad precedent because it should be on the car behind then. Like, it's... I know it can cause a shockwave and a chain reaction, but it's always the car behind. You should always do everything you can not to hit somebody, and if somebody hits you, that's on them. At least in my
Yes.
opinion.
I mean, in this instance, Lars can see what's happening, but there will undoubtedly be a situation in the future where the car that's pushing doesn't see, and so won't
Absolutely.
lift.
If he had stayed here the entire time, he probably wouldn't have seen James Clark
No.
right there. So
No.
you're absolutely right, but at that point, then that's on... Well, I guess really that would be a racing incident, but Lars does give a gap, and the bad
Yeah.
situation in general spawned on by a really bad block, and I feel bad for everybody involved.
Yeah, it didn't need to happen. None of it did.
No. I think to Andrew's point, with bump drafting especially, when Lars lifted, if Lars hadn't lifted, Michael could have still dragged the brakes. Then there's a big red light in Lars's face, and if Lars then doesn't lift, then yeah,
Then
sure.
it's on Lars. And that's part of drafting is if you crash somebody off of your nose, well, it's on you. That's the assumed risk at that point.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. We get surprisingly few of these kind of situations, actually.
Well, yeah, you don't have too many other tracks where you're on somebody's bumper that long.
No, mind you, we often go to places like Monza, Road America, and we seem to have avoided it so far.
Yeah, but you don't often have cars coming from hard right to hard left in front of you on a straight.
No, you're right.
Just narrow it down.
Not that you'll be commenting on this incident, of course, Mike.
Oh, I haven't done. I've just commented on.
You make a valid point, though, yes, you make a valid point. I don't know.
Oh boy.
Now,
So-
I'd be okay if we have to decide before it, but Michael, out of curiosity, I do kind of want to see your pedal tracing.
I can't offer that.
That's perfectly fair because we can't see it for others, but like after the decision,
Yeah,
That'd
it'd
be
be
kinda-
interesting.
Yeah.
like that's totally fair to not see it before a decision. But
Actually, what we What I would like to do is go on board with Michael somewhere where we can see a mirror, and then can you hide the UI so we can't see the pedals race?
I'm not worried if you see my pedal trace or not really, but it doesn't bother me.
I think in the interest of fairness, it's...
It don't matter. It's been on there for the other 9 rounds.
So he drags the brake. It's not a proper brake. The foot's flat on the throttle the whole time, isn't it?
It
It doesn't help, does it?
doesn't.
No, it didn't. No.
I just worry that it's one of those things where we analyse it and analyse it and analyse it, but in the heat of the moment, you've got a second to make this decision. It's so
Yeah.
easy to look back now, having watched it 10 times, and say, "Oh, well, he should have done this." But you know,
I mean, so I'm obviously less familiar with what can or can't be done. And can there be like a slap in the wrist and the precedent should be set that you should be lifting whenever you see cars in trouble ahead of you because it's just the smarter thing to do?
that is in
Yeah.
the rules, isn't it?
Yeah, we've done that before.
Yeah.
Like a little slap on the wrist, more so like you should probably lift in this scenario because it is a split second decision and it is very easy to sit here and say, oh, well, you could have done this and this differently because it's hindsight, but you probably should still lift when you see cars in distress like that.
Actually,
I do actually. Sorry, go on.
I would challenge the notion of it being a split-second decision, because that accident was happening for a good 5 seconds.
Well, yes, but it was happening on the right
It
hand
was
side
happening
of
on
the
the
track.
right, yes. But even then, if you were on this track and you see 2 cars banging into each other into the wall on the grass,
Yeah, you try and keep your distance, but again, he's got Lars behind
Yeah,
him.
but
He's got Nick
that's
to
the
his
point.
right.
The accident started already. Would you be? You won't be shutting off now when you've got Lars pushing you.
And Nick to the right. He's got nowhere to go.
Yeah.
Very boxed in, and suddenly there's a car
It
going
comes to the
15
point.
mile an hour slower.
Where do you start shutting off for the accident in front? Is it when it first starts, which is 100 metres or so down the straight?
Can't blame him for keeping his foot in it until the moment that Lars backs off. At that
Like I
point,
say, when you
there's-
watch it, it's all of a sudden it's on the right, and then next thing it's on the left. It's like, oh fuck.
yeah, Michael
And then
thinks he can just
that's
drive
when he
through.
breaks. That's when he breaks. As soon as he comes across, that's when Michael breaks, and he.
Yeah. I think in
But-
my mind it
but-
comes down to whether he breaks enough. I
Enough.
wouldn't argue
Yes.
with when he breaks.
Yes.
It's whether it's enough. And I really can't say I would have done anything different. And I may be also in the wrong for saying that, but Well, let's watch it from Michael's cockpit at real speed, please. Go sort of back to where it all starts. Yeah, go on. Out of the elbow. It's so hard to watch it and not know what's coming though. James Meatball in that one, I forget. Clark. Yes, he does.
Yeah, he does. I think.
Oh. I think James would never have been hit by Michael if that block doesn't happen. So on the one hand you could blame Ben for putting James in harm's way for James's meatball, but then you could also argue Michael could have done more to avoid hitting him as well. So who do you even blame for the meatball? Is it Ben's fault for putting James in that situation, or is it Michael's fault for not slowing down?
As much as the
triggered by
block
Ben.
was terrible, and as much as the block triggers me, you can't blame Ben for somebody else hitting James.
No.
You can if he's put him there in that position to be hit. It's
Well,
we've done
maybe
that
if it was
in the
immediately
past.
after, but I mean, there's time for him to have regained control of the car, and I mean, there's not a lot of time, obviously, but he regains control of the car, and he's going to go along fine otherwise.
Well, I think to be consistent, if we say Michael is not at fault, then it has to be on Ben, because if with other incidents we said as well, if there's contact and the car spinning is collected by someone else who can't avoid, it's on the car that caused the spin.
yes.
It's all about whether he could avoid or not.
I think he could have. Even if it had been, so when we throw the braking part out, even if it had been a couple more inches to the right, there's just enough of a gap, but he kind of misjudges that gap, and that's why there's that contact. Because you can see the thought process of he's going to try and keep going and racing with the car on the right. He just kind of misjudged that. But I do think it's better to just, unfortunately, you got to give up the spot. But just like we're arguing with Ben blocking, there's chances to get that spot back. I mean, there's plenty of time left in the race.
I think
See your Facebook. I don't know if the.
Yeah, the RS Hampton, that's near me,
Okay.
that is, Michael.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know if you were trying to change your Discord stream there. Okay.
Just come to be nosy.
hello.
For me, it's a penalty on Ben for the blocking, and then a warning for Michael for having the possibility to do a bit more, but not doing it.
Yeah, I think a penalty for Ben, but it can only really be a 2LP, right? Because he doesn't directly meatball anyone. So I think.
Yeah, I think as a precedent though, that's a good one to set.
been at Cadwell, have they?
Blocking.
What, 2LP?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So 2LP for Ben, and then it's either a warning or we give response, because someone has to have responsibility for the meatballs, right?
Yeah.
Maybe
Because we
for-
can't.
I think Andy McEwen's at
It's
fault for the
sort
meatball.
of.
If it ends this debate, then honestly, I'm willing to take. Oh, actually, no, I'm not. I want second place.
Was there?
I really think it comes down to Michael, unfortunately. Like, at some point, you're right, a car has to be at fault. Ben's moved on. James saved the car. The car that hit James is Michael. I mean,
Well, does someone have to be at fault though? Because sometimes we do have these things called racing incidents, and once James gets spat back into the racing line at reduced speed,
I think that would be fine if there's like a precedent of you should probably lift when there's cars trying to crash in front of you.
so i.e. give him a warning, not a penalty.
The thing what I've watched on the stream is, even though he's hit the brakes, it still sounds like he's going full speed.
He is.
He is. He's still
yeah.
flat out, yeah.
He stayed in the throttle and just drug the brake to try and give him a little more reaction time, but it really didn't do much.
Yeah. Can we just watch it through one more time, please?
Sorry, Michael's just.
I hate to drag you away from your important.
Yeah, we're interrupting at Facebook.
Talking to girls.
On about. I can't know it. He'll be listening. What he will, Mikey. Michael Lease.
Oh,
My own teammate. I act like a girl. Anyway, love you, Mikey.
now he said that, not me. I just want that on the record.
Oh, I'll say it. Gladly.
He had the most DNFs this season,
Who, Michael?
Yeah.
It's alright because he was trying to cock about in race 2, 3 and 4 and never made it past lap 1, and I turned around and went, well, that was fucking worth it, wasn't it, Mikey?
No. What was he doing?
Oh,
He did the jump, didn't he?
We
did
saw
that. Yeah, he said that to me. He was saying, can you do the jump with me? And I'm like, no, because I'm actually trying to take it serious, and then I got wiped out. By him. Anyway.
Oh yeah, we saw that. We had a laugh at that.
Oh, I didn't.
Well, it's not about your enjoyment, it's about ours.
Oh, no, I was drunk the whole time, but I was still annoyed. Oh, no, sorry, drama, not drunker. Sorry.
Right, let's give Ben Williams a 2LP for blocking / not leaving racing room, however what you want to word it, and let's.
I think you at least have to give a warning and like set the precedent on that incident.
I agree. Is a warning enough? That's my question. I think that's the bit we need. Do we all agree on the 2 LP for Ben, first of all?
Yes.
There's defo summit, yeah.
Right. And then, who thinks we should give Michael a penalty?
Personally, I would.
Is that
Sorry,
a
Michael?
penalty? You mean more than a warning?
More than a warning, yes.
Right.
It's.
No.
I can't really say much because it was Nick that also got killed in here as well. But from a thing is, you've seen how the car behind's backed off a lot more. I know Nick hasn't backed off either. They've both gone flat through, haven't they? Ish.
Yeah.
So,
but Nick has more space because he's not James in front of him. So if I was Nick, I wouldn't be lifting either.
Oh yeah, I won't be. So hey, what's going on here?
What's this?
Yeah.
Oh,
Chris knocks with the jump.
So
Fucking Delmont was screaming at that.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. He can't do that. He even put in the Discord saying he was going to fucking do it. Yeah, all right, he's going to get a black flag for it. Anyway, back to more important matters. We're getting.
So we've got one vote. Andrew's voting penalty, correct?
Personally, yeah.
Casper?
a warning.
James?
Warning.
Liam?
For Michael,
Yeah.
definitely at least a warning.
That's
But I'll
not what
let
I
you-
asked you.
I don't
Warning or
know.
penalty?
I'll go
Roger?
warning.
Warning.
What?
And Roger?
Warning.
Right, warning it is then.
That's
the
because
vote.
I can't answer enough, but at least something's a warning. So
Yeah, okay. Right, so 2LP Ben, warning Michael. Done.
Now Michael Seal's going to fly to the US and beat me up.
I've
not to think-
got,
yeah.
I've got no need to. It is not if you aren't paying her next season.
Leeds United are on. Oh, it's on the 4 now. It's all right.
So this might just take a bit to write all up. So this is Ben Williams getting 2LP for am I calling this blocking? What am I calling it?
Well, if there's not a provision for blocking in the rules, then I think you have to fall back on what was it, where you have to leave like a lane of racing room or whatever.
Yeah.
But there was something about abnormal defensive moves.
Something
What was
like that.
Then you
Right,
go
there's
for
wording?
Deliberate crowding of a car beyond the edge of the track.
and if he's got overlap,
Yeah.
then
Late defensive moves.
And he
Any other.
continued squeezing even with that overlap.
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, so then you got blocking. Yeah,
So blocking, crowding,
yeah.
Yeah.
all of the above. Right, okay. Ben,
Not leaving racing room with overlap. It's only
Yes.
the same on the exit of a corner, isn't it?
it is.
I'm just going to grab my bottle of water. Sorry.
Water?
Sorry, it's juice. I don't drink water. I had my fair share of alcohol last week.
Oh,
Who was wearing this is because it's not updated yet. Okay. Have you filled in penalties on the sheet?
get out. I haven't finished yet.
That's fine. But I was going to forward it and upset everyone, but
No, yeah, not yet. Insufficient racing was given which forces, which causes contact and delays James significant. Right, so I put Ben Williams makes a reactionary defensive move and crowds James Clark to the edge of the road. Insufficient racing room was given, which causes contact and delays James significantly.
Mm-hmm.
Anything to add? Take away?
I think that's sufficient.
Okay. So James's meatball is an NFA, but a warning to Michael Seal. Now, with warnings, there has to be some sort of system here. So we need to make a log of people that have warnings. Ideally, again, this needs to be written into the rules for next season. If you're given a warning, it kind of stays on your record for X number of weeks, and you have to kind of...
you've just spent the last 15 minutes telling me.
Telling you what? Oh, well, we did, yes. But it's the last round of the season, so it doesn't. You can do what you like now, can't you? That's what I mean. It has to kind
What
of.
did you say, like the first race of the new season, or 5 races of the current season, something like that?
Yeah, this one. Whatever. We can't really do it now, but we need to
Yeah,
decide.
no,
in the
I
future.
don't mean right now, but
And penalties don't
Yeah.
carry over.
I know, which is also a problem. So you can't really give. I'm not even opening that kind of worms. Warning given to Michael Seal, and it's been done verbally for the world to hear.
brainstorming. You can tell me why you can or can't do it. I was just brainstorming. It's okay.
No, I agree. It's just not a debate I want to open at this particular moment.
Well, no, Michael was saying it can't. Yeah. Anyways,
Exactly.
I'm like that Michael Seal guy.
Yeah, give him some more penalties. No, keep me in 9th overall because I like the number 9. So my phone's going nuts because Leeds United have lost.
Was that the last one of the season?
The race.
No, that incident. And the last one, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fitting,
Oh,
actually.
of course it was.
So that's why I'm waiting to take everyone's point.
Oh shit! Don't do that, McEwen. See number 19.
Oh, have you not done the penalty points times 10 yet?
No. It's,
mega.
which is Andy
Mikey's gonna end up with like minus 70. I'm gonna keep winding him up because I know he's watching.
Right. Just to run it by you, then I've said that for Michael, a warning has been given to Michael Seal for not backing off enough, although it is understandable due to the close proximity of other cars.
Yes.
Yes. We are now done.
Sorry.
Now time for Michael to get his revenge.
This is where I find out now that I've lost second place because we've.
Or it is
disqualified
only like 8 points between you.
I know.
Right.
I know. I was really trying not to let that cloud my judgment of the Williams one.